welcome everyone to the Sun Bowl, home field for the Utep Miners. As we'll see a squad from Conference USA, the Delaware Blue Hens, taking on one of the top teams in this conference, the Utep Miners. Glad to have you with us for EA Sports College Football. I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack and Jesse Palmer with me in the booth. Guys, we are ready to tee it up. The Blue Hens will kick it away to start us off. Here's the return from inside his 10. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. So Utep's offense will get the first crack at it here. And what a performance, an aerial show from this guy in the last game, and he has to have a ton of confidence coming into this one, Dave.
Yeah, it was a great week. And watching that tape before this game, like you could tell, man, he was seeing it quick. The ball was coming out, just touchdowns at will. A really nice day. And I think, Jesse, you take that and you start to build on it for this offense and really continue to trust him to make plays.
Breaks into the open. Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked, great run, and a first down.
Defense is going to have their hands full trying to get this guy in the ground. He's got some serious moves once he has the ball in his hands.
Power football with the run. Got the first down and more. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. The Miners getting set on 1st and 10. Looking downfield on 1st down. Scrambling away. Lets it fly. Intercepted in the first drive. Ends with the pick. He's brought down a short return, but the defense comes out on top with a pick. To the ground with the back. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. And the Blue Hens want to crank the tempo. To the air, it's Bailey. And he is snowed under. Sacked at the 7.
And they get to the quarterback and get the sack. That's a big emphasis for this defense. They saw a week ago, this offense gave up 3 sacks. They need to get to it early and often and create some indecision. Nice job getting a sack early in this football game.
And that'll be incomplete. They certainly weren't afraid to take a shot there, and now it's 4th down. The Blue Hens will call on their punt team. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. And the punt team able to sling him to the ground. Utep has the ball in the offense, ready to go back to work. That last drive was promising for a while, but you just can't mess it up at the end with the pick, Jesse.
No, you've got to be able to finish drives, especially in this game. If you're going to win, and David, they've got to be able to eliminate the mental mistakes.
Yeah, and I don't think you get conservative or play it safe. You can trust your guy. I think you put the ball right back in his hands and let him do his thing.
He's looking to throw. Under fire. Creates a little space. Good run on the play, and he slides to avoid the hit. Offense gets set for 2nd down. Back to pass. Makes the catch. Just making a play, getting it to the 23-yard line, and it'll be 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Takes a handoff. It's Slater. And he is just engulfed at the line by this giant defensive tackle. Lost 1 on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Pocket breaking down. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf. Ball's at the 24. A lot of confidence in their kicker from here, but they'd love to take it off of his foot and convert the 1st down. That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up 4th down. Offense in an empty set. They're throwing for it on 4th down. Oh, he dropped it. He just lost his concentration and didn't look it all the way in. And that decision will be questioned for a while. From from the gun. The give, looking for room. And he's stuffed by that big defensive tackle up front.
Gotta love how this defense started the football game. They forced the punt on the first drive. First play now, come out, set the tone. Great run defense, forcing a negative play, putting their defense in a good spot.
It'll be third and long. To the air, it's Bailey. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. And he gets it to the 45-yard line, and that'll be a first down.
And it's on third downs like this. If you want to attack the middle of the field, you got to look for the tight end. Really nice route. Great job looking that football in. You can tell this
And the quarterback will take a sack back at the 36.
These are the plays as a defense that mean so much for so many reasons. Getting in the backfield, obviously getting the sack, so putting him a little bit behind the sticks, but also hitting that quarterback, making him think. That goes a long way. And
the ball comes out. What a disastrous play. And the defense jumps on it. They get that turnover. And the quarterback just couldn't bring himself to pull the trigger and get rid of the ball, and they knock it free.
So let's give the secondary tons of credit, right, Reese? They were doing an outstanding job in the back end in coverage, not allowing any receivers open, and that's why the QB had to keep holding it and keep holding it, and that allowed the pass rush to get to him, and that created the turnover.
Wants to fire on second down. It's complete on the right side. He goes out of bounds right at the 10-yard line, and the offense can smell the touchdown from here. They've moved it into scoring territory, first and 10 from the 11. Here comes the heat. Grab in the backfield. It's Slater. They go up top to get it down to the 5-yard line as they try to pay off this drive. Going to work on second down in the red zone, and still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. Looking for the score. Touchdown, Utep. Fit it in the window for the score. Getting ready for the extra point after the first score of the game. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Fellas, I think at least a portion of your audience will have an interest in this one in the MAC that just finished up. Ohio notched a victory in enemy territory. And though it wasn't a dominant win, I'd argue any win away from Athens is worth its weight in gold to the Bobcats. Never a dull moment when it comes to football in the MAC, and that certainly held true again today.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there. Kevin, thanks for the update.
Free kick out of bounds. Kicking team.
Don't know if the defense will appreciate having to defend a short field from the start after that penalty. The give to the tailback. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
Well, we know this offense obviously really struggled there last time out. They knew coming into this one they would have to be better at running the football, and that just has not happened in this game. They're simply not physical enough offensively at this point.
It'll be a draw. Only able to pick up a yard before he stopped, and now it's 4th and 3. We've come to the break, and it's Utep holding the lead. And we've reached the end of one. Before we move on, let's take a look at our stats so far. They are lined up and ready to go and get things started here in the second. And the Blue Hens will punt this one away. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. And the return man is stopped, and now we'll leave it up to the offense on the next drive. Utep has the ball, and the Miner offense ready to go to work. They stuck the last drive in the end zone. They'll try to follow suit here. Just gets it to the 28, pickup of 1. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. Wants to go up top. Here's the heat. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down. From the gun, wants to pass. And it's incomplete on third down.
It's so nice when you know it's third and long, you know a pass is coming, you worked on it all week, get your feet set at the sticks, understand that quarterback's got to be rushed, get him off of his spot. Nice execution by this defense.
All right, guys, so here's the offense back on the field again. Looking to throw, it's Bailey. He lobs one high down the left side. And they won't be able to connect downfield, looking for a big-time play. Plenty of work to do here on second and long. After the incompletion, back to the passing game. This time he's got his man. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down man. On third and short, they'll try to convert through the air. Quarterback feeling that pressure, and he's knocked down. The blue hen has decided to punt it away. He's going to try to flip the field with this one. A low line drive and short kick. He's brought down, but really solid effort to pick up any bit of yardage he could on the punt return. Utep has the ball, the offense ready to go back to work. The inside handoff. And he never had a chance, just stopped cold as soon as he got it. After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. Looking for space, it's Slater. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. They'll come to the line at the 42, facing a third and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Starting to feel a little pressure. Out of the crowd, and now he's got room. And boy, is he close to that first down, maybe just a couple of inches short.
Really nice job by the defense that time. Third down, they're expecting pass, but they also know that this quarterback is dangerous when he wants to scramble. And it was almost as if they were expecting that. They were able to get to him, get him down. It now sets up fourth down. And you don't see the defense sprinting off the field just yet, guys. They're not sure. With this guy's scrambling ability, they may try to go for this.
Back to pass, it's Bailey. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. They'll leave it with him. He's stopped for no gain again. Back-to-back runs, and they have nothing to show for it except facing a third and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Still, but now he's swallowed up, and he'll be knocked down for a loss on the trick play. And the Blue Hens line up to punt it away. 3 and out, and not much choice but to get rid of the ball.
Make some noise.
He'll try to field the punt and bring it back. This guy is a daring punt return man. He's not going to settle for the fair catch. A solid return gets a little bit of ground for the offense. Utep has the ball, and the Miner offense ready to go to work. Looking down the middle. And the defense forced that incompletion with the deflection. Backed up now. Here's 2nd and long. Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. He'll throw it. This time it's complete. They bring him down, but the big play will throw the sticks. They've got it 1st and 10 from the 25. Wants to go up top on first down. Moving out of the pocket. There he goes. Out of bounds he goes. They'll mark it up to 16. And the Miners can really attack on this 2nd and short. Receiver on the move gets the touch pass. The defense wouldn't let him loose, and even though it's a completion, they lost yardage. Let's see what they do on third down. Let's go! From the gun, wants to pass. Got it in the middle, it's Slater. Picks up enough to get the 1st and 10 from the Looking to throw on first down. Catch in the middle, it's Ware. That completion takes them down to the 7-yard line, and they are ready to strike. We've got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Looking to fire. Here's the pressure. And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Niners. It's still early, but we have some real distance being put on the scoreboard right now.
You do. It's early, but you got to find something positive. Right now, everything going in the other direction. So how are you going to respond when you've been hit in the mouth early in this football game? Got to find something positive quick.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Guys, the Delaware offense going back to work. Running out of time here in the first half. They do have a chance to make this a one-possession game.
And so you got to locate your best players and get them the football on this drive. You're down in the game. There's obviously a lot of football left, David, but on this drive, in this 2-minute situation, best players got to touch the ball.
And this could get into pressing mode, right? Like you go into the half down a couple of scores, it starts to, the pressure really mounts. Good opportunity to take some of that pressure off, get some momentum, energize this squad going into halftime.
And he will get home, and the quarterback goes down to the 17.
Well, your job is to refuse, to hit, to make quarterbacks feel very uncomfortable. This defense is definitely doing their job. 6 sacks, that's the way to make a quarterback feel.
And the pressure is coming in, and they get him again. Timeout called here by the defense. It's their first of the half. The Blue Hens send out the punt unit. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. And good work by the coverage team to get the return man down on the ground. Great place to start for this offense. He'll start this drive firing. Steps away. And not much going on downfield. He'll just get rid of it and live to play another down.
Know the situation, know the game of football, right? When I start to get outside the pocket, I don't see anything there, I can throw the ball away. I don't have to take a sack, get a lost yardage play. I can just throw the ball out of bounds as long as it passes the line of scrimmage. We go on to the next down. No harm, no foul.
Offense calls a timeout here. Critically important to make sure they have the right play call and everyone on the same page here. Nifty little scamper on this one. Another first down, and he slides in safely. The offense burns his third and final timeout of the half. Wants to throw on first down. Can't make the grab as he was going for 6 right there. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Right back up top on 2nd and 10. Caught near the sideline, it's Ferguson. And he'll step across the sidelines after making a good gain on that one. Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down. He's got it on the run. Touchdown, Utep. And they add 6 more for that trip to the house. They want to finish the season strong, and man, are they doing that here in this Week 11 performance. And he made that extra point, the wet turf, no problem at all.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. Listen, a lot of times, touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
Oh, they're after him. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update.
Thanks, guys. Tough to beat a good half of football in a great town like El Paso. And this offense has been the story through 2 quarters, extending this lead and really dominating almost every aspect of this game. We're talking lethal efficiency from the O-line right on down to the skill position guys. Although I'd argue those big uglies up front are skilled players in their own right. And with that, let's send it back to the guys at one of the most picturesque settings in the game, Sun Bowl Stadium.
All right, Kevin about ready to get things cranked back up here. Kicker has everything lined up and about set to get this one underway. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Okay, guys, here comes the Delaware offense onto the field. They come into this third quarter with a lot of work they need to get done.
Yeah, and it starts with this possession. And I'm going piece by piece. And I know this is coach speaking, very simple. I score. I get a stop. I score. I can get back in this game, but it's got to be one drive at a time.
It's going to have to be, but I think the mindset offensively is we're probably going to have to score every time we get it because our defense has been struggling. They have not been getting a lot of stops, so this is a critical drive here for this offense.
Looking for a man. It's Bailey. And the quarterback goes down at the 11-yard line. And the Blue Hens will try to pin them back with the punt. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. I wouldn't quite call it a shank, but that's not exactly going to go on the resume reel. And they'll haul down the returner to start us on the next drive. So we'll see this offense make its way out to start the drive. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Rushes on him. Just too much of a rush, and down goes the quarterback just behind the midfield stripe at the 49. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
This is a disappointing drive for the offense considering where this drive started in their opponent territory. Now you're 4th and long. You've got to be better throwing the football in those types of situations.
And the Miners will send out the punt unit. 3 and out and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. Not able to pop the big return, but they've got the ball back and ready to go with a fresh possession.
That was almost a huge mistake by special teams. On the punt return, fumbling the football. They are so lucky that they jumped on that ball, that their offense is now going to take the field because that could have been disastrous.
That was a lightning-fast decision. You could tell he knew what he wanted to do right away, makes the decision, but maybe his footwork wasn't a little bit good, and the pass wasn't where he wanted to put that thing. I know that.
They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Out of the gun, the inside handoff to the running back. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
And that's kind of surprising. And we talked about this before the game. One of the big matchups. Run the football against a defense that's been susceptible against the run throughout the season. But this offense just can't find a way to get it going. And I'm surprised, but now what's your counterpunch? How are you going to get the ground game going? Because so far, not a lot of success.
The Blue Hens will bring the punt team onto the field. They'll look to pin them deep. The coverage team was down there to corral it. They made the stop, and they'll mark it at the 39. Utep has the ball in the offense, ready to go back to work. The give out of the gun. And the big defensive front wins the battle. No gain on that play. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Back to pass. Pulls it in. It's clear. And how about that? What the doctor always ordered. An explosive play to the 40. This offense absolutely humming as they come to the line again. He's going to throw deep right side. Makes the grab. Into the end zone. Touchdown, Utep.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. If this quarterback gets through his progression, David, hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy, the connection between the quarterback, wide receiver. You can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
Guys, the Blue Hen offense going to work. We'll see if they can be a little more productive this time around. A 3 and out the last time they had the ball. Didn't find a lot of room, but give him 2 out to the 20.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
Quarterback on the keeper. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
Yeah, it's been a surprise today for this offense. Like, coming into the game, we all talked about it. We thought they'd be able to run against this defense that's been run on a lot, and this offense just can't get the running game going. Be interested to see what they do to try to change it up, and somehow, some way, they need that physical ground game.
And the Blue Hens will punt it away on 4th down. Got it near midfield. And the returner is stopped. Utep has the ball and the Miner offense ready to go to work. The give to the running back from the shotgun. And he finds some solid space, makes a nice gain before the defense is able to stop him.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yards.
They went right back to him, and this time the defense was all over him. Nothing to show for that run. The Miners really need to keep this drive alive on 3rd down. Catch in the middle, it's square. Just what they hoped for on 3rd down as they've got a first at the 32. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Under fire. Just gets rid of the football. Nobody to throw it to. It'll be 2nd down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. To the air on 2nd down. Going to try to put it on the screen. And that one looked great on the grease board, but when they blow it up like that, the defense is going to win every time. Wants to throw it. Pressure coming. Can't make the connection, and the defense putting on the heat and forcing the incompletion.
Tell you what, I don't know if the offense was expecting man coverage that time. 3rd and long in field goal range, you're expecting it to be zone. Instead, they lock them up man-to-man, everybody on an island, and everybody won. They get the incompletion, now setting up 4th.
And sometimes I just feel like 4th down, man, just go for it every time. Like, the field goal miss-make rate. And listen, kickers have improved the last couple of years, but you left some points off the scoreboard there.
From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. What will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? Back to throw, it's Bailey. Can't make the grab. Quarterback just missed him a little bit.
This is a top 25 defense, guys. One of the best units in the entire country. They're so good situationally, and they understand the importance of getting leads early, making the offense predictable, having to throw in these types of situations so they can adjust accordingly. And that's what they're doing right now. Their coverage is being dictated by the scoreboard. They're going to make it really, really hard on this quarterback here in the 2nd half to throw any completions.
Sets up the offense and negates some of the yardage on the line. They'll start this drive at their own 48. Looking for room. It's Slater. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. That's the end of the quarter, and Utep has the lead. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. Will the beatdown continue, or is this a comeback for the ages in store? We'll see as we start the 4th. So the final period starts with a 2nd down play. Wants to go up top. Fires to the wideout. And he really needed to hold on to that one, but it was not loose, and 3rd down is coming. We'll see if the offense can move the chains after that incompletion. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. He took a hit as he flew it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete, and 4th down's coming. And the Miners will line up to punt it away. They'll get it down at the 21-yard line. The coverage team able to stop it right there. And now the Blue Hen offense onto the field. Their drive chart is starting to look a little monotonous. Punt, 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 David.
And their defense is starting to get a little...
And he gets there. And they get him down at the 14-yard line.
Well, the defense is not taking their foot off the gas. They've got a huge lead. We're early in the fourth quarter, and still they're getting pressure on this quarterback, registering a sack.
Bringing the heat. And this defense is bringing the heat. Another sack. The defense all revved up after that earlier sack, and they'll try to stop him right here. On 3rd and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. And the misconnection on the first attempt. See if he gets a little looser.
And it's just been that kind of day for this quarterback and this offense, guys. They have never been able to get into a rhythm throwing the football. Timing's been off. Accuracy hasn't been great. We've seen some drops. Just not in sync, and that's why they find themselves trailing by a lot right here.
Utep has the ball on the offense, ready to go back to work. After a punt on their last possession, they are set up in plus territory this time.
And honestly, it wouldn't have mattered if they scored a touchdown their last possession. You've got to be able to turn the page and see this as a brand new opportunity to go get points.
Yeah, and your defense has set you up for a position to get points right away. Now, let's get this offense back rolling again, create some momentum, just get a few first downs, and I'm in scoring position.
They couldn't make the connection on 2nd down. Now a 3rd and 7 to keep the drive alive. From the gun, wants to pass. Got it behind the line. It's on. Moving deeper into enemy territory. Move the chains. It's 1st down at the 27. The Miners come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Gets it out quickly. And he's able to shed one tackle and gets a pretty good pickup. 2nd down coming up. With jet sweep pass. And he's brought down after a nice gain. And the Miners are flying down the field. Wants to keep it in the air. Looking to the end zone. Big guy smells it. They'll mark him down at the 2. The excellent execution on that throw and catch. They've moved it forward to the 2. Now it's 2nd and goal.
The offense trying to throw it there quickly down close to the goal line. Nice.
Touchdown, Miners! The offense cashing it in on that drive. They put another score on the board as they try to push this winning streak to 3.
Man, this has been a complete performance. The defense has been lights out, and the offense, obviously, just continues to pour it on. This is what you call having a great day. Putting it all together, offense, defense, and complementary football.
He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Guys, a double-layer offense going back to work. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, hoping for better fortune this time around. The give from the gun. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
Yeah, and this offense has to find a way to run the football. They got to get more creative, but whatever that looks like for this offense, something to jumpstart them because nothing really going on the ground.
Yeah, defensively, though, you got to give them credit, too, because they knew that physically they were going to try to be challenged up front. That was a big MO for this offense coming into it, but the defense, they've risen to the occasion. Their front 7 has dominated this entire game.
And the running game has been disastrous on the last couple of plays. They'll try to salvage the drive on 3rd down. Takes a hit as he fires. And they can't make the connection on 3rd down. The Blue Hens will call on their punt team. He'll try to really get into this one. He's got it near midfield. That's a perfect example of not settling for a fair catch. Pick up whatever yardage you can and help out the offense. Couldn't ask for better starting field position for this offense. The handoff, keep working on that clock. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at have reached the 2-minute timeout, and this offense just a couple of minutes away from putting one in the win column. Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Wide receiver going in motion. 2nd down, they'll go to the air. Under fire. And this one's not working. He'll just throw it away.
And how about this offense? They're not worried about the clock. They're not worried about the score. They're not worried about early and down. Still trying to execute their offense. Still trying to make big plays. And they've had a great day so far. And that's a good stop for this defense. And listen, there hasn't been a lot of positive today, but let's finish this game strong. I think that'll be the message from the defensive coordinator. Can we get a stop? Can we get them off the field? I know lots went wrong, but let's live in this moment and try to be great right here to end the game.
The official says no good. And they missed a field goal, so something has gone wrong today.
That's now the 2nd missed field goal for this guy, and you have to wonder if the weather is playing a bit of a factor. Not easy to kick in these kind of conditions with all this rain.
They go to the wide receiver screen. And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup. So now it's 2nd and long. The RPO, fire complete to the left. And they pick up just a few on that completion. Lining up to convert 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Pass rush, right after the quarterback, and they get him at the 32. And the Blue Hens will punt this one away. Let's see if he can help the coverage team out with this one. Now on the return. The solid return there offsets some of the punt yardage and really sets up this offense nicely. Utep has the ball and the Miner offense ready to go to work. What a feeling this has to be, David, in complete control and headed toward victory formation.
Yeah, no stress, under a couple minutes left in the ball game. Well in hand. These are the ones, Jesse, you like to just run the clock, take a knee, whatever you want.
No doubt. They're going to love watching this game film, too. There's just so many positives to take away from this, and this is the kind of performance today that is really going to help this offense's confidence.
The offense will use a timeout. Clock is stopped with 22 seconds left. Now on 1st down from the 30. To the air on 1st down. Shoots it to the left. Good hands in there by the defense to force the incompletion.
And it's nice to be a QB in this spot. He's had a great day, man. Great day. They've built a huge lead now. Incompletion's okay. Just take care of the football. Don't throw that thing to the other team.
Incomplete, thanks to the great defensive pressure there that sort of threw them out of rhythm. 3rd and long from the 30-yard line, in this defense hoping to knock them out of field goal range. Pocket breaking down. On a little time, lets it go. The pass falls incomplete, and there are 8 seconds left.
And the defense gets the big 3rd down stop, creates some momentum. Hey, I don't know if they're going to go for it on 4th down, but the defense is continuing to fight, continuing to hustle, continue to fly around. These are positive signs from a group that you know needs to.
Intercepted, big play, stops the drive. Takes it the other way. And he goes to the ground, and that's how this game is going to end. With the win today, they're now bowl eligible, and that's certainly worth celebrating.